It has officially been 6 years since the cancer was cut out of me and destroyed. 6 years of cancer being in remission, 6 years of being alive, 6 years of figuring out what I can do, what I can't do, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. 6 years of figuring out who this new Luke is. I am beyond thankful. I've tried to make this video probably over a dozen times, and I just can't. There's too much going on up here, but what I like is talking it out helps bring it all into order. February 11th was when I had my surgery and I was officially cancer-free. 6 years. In typical cancer survivor fashion, I went to post something and then I saw that James Van Der Beek had passed away from cancer. And I think one thing they don't tell you is when you go through cancer, when you survive cancer, you start to notice all the cancer stories around you. There's survivor guilt with it. Most of the people that I've been blessed to kind of talk through their cancer journey, to give them a heads up of what to expect, unfortunately have passed away. So I don't take this survival lightly. I don't say that, hey, there's a reason I was saved. I don't know why. I'm just trying to be me, trying to bring joy and peace and light to the world in any way I can. And as I've been going through this journey of remission, there's parts of the cancer journey that if you don't have cancer, you don't know. You don't know until you know, if that makes sense. It's been a tough 6 years. I feel like when I was diagnosed, for those that don't know, I had esophageal cancer. It was started in my esophagus and spread into my stomach. So they removed all of my esophagus and I think a piece of my stomach. Now it's funny that it's been so long now, I don't remember the exact details. But when I was going through it, I was like, I'll never forget any of this. And it's just, I'm blessed to be on this end where it's been so long. But they removed my esophagus and moved my stomach into my chest. With that comes a lot of, I'm going to say consequences, new things I need to get used to. And I talk about this till the cows come home. Toughest one is sleeping. I had to get one of those old people mechanical beds that raise you up. You raise me up. Because if I lay flat with no esophagus and sphincter to stop the acid, I will gargle on acid. And what's that word when you inhale it? Anyways, I inhale acid all the time and it sucks because it burns my lungs. I was a stomach sleeper before cancer and I can't do that now because when your bed's like this, you can't lay on your stomach doing a back bend. I've tried over and over again. But sleeping has been horrible. So I've been looking for different concoctions, trying different medicine to see what will help. Still haven't fully figured it out yet. So sleeping's rough. That leads into the daytime. I don't have as much energy. Now the problem is, not having as much energy is one thing from no sleep, but two, because my stomach's in my chest, I have the lungs of literally a 78-year-old. Because my stomach's here, and when I eat, my stomach expands, my lungs can't expand to breathe. So they kind of balloon past it, but I can't get a full breath. So lack of energy, that's part of it. I hit 3 p.m. every day. I am donezo. It's hard to work through. It's hard to fight through. And that's what a lot of my, I'd say, life lessons are from being in cancer remission. One, your body betrays you. You never trust it again. So I'm thankful to celebrate 6 years, but I also feel like there's landmines everywhere and my body could betray me again. Speaking of body betraying, last time I checked, I have 11 cavities in my mouth, and it's because of chemo. Now, granted, I had bad teeth. I've always had bad teeth, but the chemo definitely upped it. My dentist was like, yeah, if you went through chemo, it's the worst thing for your teeth. So 11 cavities, that hasn't been fun. The energy is a big one for me. As much as I want to admit it or hate to admit it, I don't even know what I want to admit anymore. I think about this way too much. Since I can't sleep, all I can do is think, right? I've actually been working on a song. I used to be somewhat of a singer, but now because my esophagus has been removed, I can't sing for the lick of it. I talked to a buddy who works voice stuff, and he thinks because vocal cords share space with esophagus, my muscle memory of what a note feels like is completely different because there's no esophagus there. So it's trippy, it's rough. Mentally, it sucks knowing I can't hit notes that I used to if I practice, but even if I practice, I'm like, this should sound like this, but it sounds like this. But anyways, I wrote a song, and it's called I'm Still Here But Not the Same. because I think a big part is people will see me and be like, dude, you're alive. That's all that matters. And it is. That's all that matters. But what's tough is I turned 40 this year. So I have almost 40 years of habits, routines, everything that I need to relearn, redo a completely new way. So like in the song, I'm still here, but not the same. I'm still here, but I'm not the same. And there's a part where it says, I survived the fall, but I lost the flyer. And for me, that's been the toughest mourning period. I feel like I've been mourning my old self, my old me, which is ironic in a way because I didn't like old me. I was my biggest hater. I had the biggest self-deprecating humor because I believed it. It's true. And I just played into that because why not? And that's why I don't care what people think of me, because you can't hate me more than I hate me. So bing, bang, boom, right? So for 6 years, I've been trying to resurrect the old Luke. The 24/7 energy, wild, that guy. Like when I would talk to people, I would be energized from it. Now when I talk to people, which I love talking to people, I am exhausted after. When I would always be looking to do bits or just something silly. Like if I was sitting here at someone's birthday party, I would just sneeze, throw cake in my face. Just something to be silly. And now I'm like, I have to think through, like, this is going to exert energy. Is this worth being out the rest of the day? That's the toughest. I have to decide. If I have a photo shoot in the evening and my boys want to wrestle in the morning, I can't because I won't have energy in the evening to shoot. So trying to find this balance, trying to not feel robbed. I'm turning 40 this year, and it goes a lot where I really feel I was robbed of my 30s. Because before cancer, I had severe joint pain in all my joints, like an old man. So even turning 30, what was I? I was 32, 33 when I was diagnosed with cancer. So for 31 and 32, all my joints hurt. They were testing me for everything. Lupus. They said I had arthritis in the back spine. My mandible now. It's been so long. That's crazy. But I went through most of my 30s in severe pain, and then in pain, almost dead. And then now this shell of a man that you see now, trying to figure out what is being an adult 40-year-old cancer survivor look like, who can't do all the things that he was proud of. I used to hang my hat on being the most professional, non-professional eater around, whether that was wings, eating my height in hot dogs, eating all the items at a Chinese buffet. Like, that was my side quest that I held on to and I loved. And now I get stupid appetizer and I'm stuffed. Or if I eat the bread at Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse, I can't even eat a meal because I don't have a stomach that holds food anymore. So I have to eat about 7 to 8 small meals, 6, 7 small meals a day to just keep the fuel going. So that's something I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out, who am I? So I guess all cards on the table being, when I was diagnosed, they said don't look up things about it because it's usually horror tales. I looked it up. Gave 3 to 5 years for a diagnosis better than what I had. So I mentally was like, okay, like, let's push it. Let's see how far we can get. And hitting 6 years this year, it hit me like a 2x4 in the face. And like, my finish line was 5 years. I guess I didn't think about making it through that, if I'm being honest. Not to be dark or like anything. I think I was like, if I make it to 5 years, hey, I made it. And I did. And then 6 years hit, and I feel like this veil came off my eyes. And this whole 6 years journey, I've been trying to look for the old Luke, who I feel died with the cancer. The level of energy he had, I can never physically have again. The innocent, stupid perspective he had of everything. Like, I say he, me, same. But I was very blind to mortality. And I was just like, here, vibing. And I still am. But knowing that things could get bad. Now, that's a little different. But I want to get back to where I was. Maybe it was stupidity, maybe it was ignorance, or it was God's grace. And that's what I'm hanging my hat on, is God's grace is going to get me back to where, in that mindset of like, I don't need to be looking around every corner like cancer's going to sneak attack me and take me out again. Or like anytime something reminds me I have the lungs of a 78-year-old, or something reminds me, oh yeah, I took the kids to Great Wolf Lodge as a Christmas present. And first day there, I got sick. Everyone gets sick, right? Well, made it through, came home. First night home, I had the worst acid I've had in 6 years. I woke up gargling on acid. I inhaled it. My throat was raw, and I was nauseous the whole day. And what kills me is this is why I hate saying it out loud, but it's the truth. So like, I am on disability because I can't work a 9 to 5. I can't trust my body. Yeah, I have a photo business. I'm not making money. I'm not paying myself. Those who have been with me, I don't charge enough to actually pay myself, let alone to keep the lights on. So I'm trying to work to get out of the debt that was accumulated from stupid cancer. So no one talks about that. Like, you survive, but then now you have to dig yourself out of this debt hole. But what happens if you can't work? That's a great question. That's what I've been trying to figure out since surviving. And as a man, as a provider, as a husband, as a father, it hit me hard with James Van Der Beek, because he talked about like, and this is exactly how I felt. And I think I talked about this in videos in the past, is like, cancer gave me a perspective of like, I was trying to find, what am I good at? What can I do? What should I do? And when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was like, I am a freaking good dad. I am a freaking good husband. That's what I'm focusing on. I survived the cancer, and now I am a good dad, but I can't do the things like bend down to tie their shoe because acid. I can't wrestle with them if I have to do a photo shoot later, or I can't even think what else. There's tons of things, but things that I feel like a good dad can do, I can't. And that's hard. But I'm still freaking good at it. It's just frustrating now that the things as a provider, I can't provide for my family like I want to. I'm an entrepreneur mind. I would love to have that grind. Like, I was a grinder. I could stay up till 3 a.m, go to bed, get up at 6, be wide awake, and keep hustling. Now, it's like 3 p.m, I'm ready for bed. 6 p.m, put a fork in me, I'm done. 9 p.m, I'm out cold if I can fall asleep. If not, it's just torturous through the night. But I can't sleep. And when I wake up nauseous every day because there's nothing to stop the acid and liquid in me. So when I sit up, it's like a demonic lava lamp or rain. So working through all of this every day, 24/7, on top of still trying to be an adult and learn new things. And I'm not complaining about this. I'm more talking this out because 6 years, I don't think I ever thought I'd make it this far, especially with the lungs of a 78-year-old. Like, what happens? Do they become lungs of a 79-year-old next year? 80-year-old? Like, I don't know. And then I'm turning 40. So I'm reevaluating everything in life. I missed the prime of my life because of pain and cancer. How do I not get bitter from that? And I work through that and try to move on. So I've missed the prime. So what am I going to do? When I play a couple like little sport, like we went to the water park and I played basketball in the pool with the kids. They've never really seen me play basketball or shoot a ball. It just blows my mind. So just trying to figure out what Luke 2.0 looks like, I guess. It's weird though, because I miss Luke 1.0 now that I've lost him. And that's the perspective I hate, is losing. Like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Not that Luke was paradise, but there were things about me that I didn't appreciate till I lost it. Like that unlimited energy. Unlimited positive. Like, now I get extra frustrated with things. That happens, I guess, right? I'm on edge more, I think, because I'm not sleeping. And my energy, like literally when I went through chemo, radiation, surgery. So I went through chemo, then surgery, then radiation and surgery all together. I tell Manda still, I've never felt my body hit 0% energy until going through that. I remember laying in the hospital bed, looking at my hands. My mind's telling my fingers to like move, and it's not. And I felt like my hands were empty. And I was like, it was the trippiest thing, most humbling thing and everything. So I wake up, I say when I wake up in the morning, I'm at like a 15% energy level. Once the nausea goes away, I'm at like a 25. I don't know what it feels like to be at 100% anymore. But then I hear from other people and they're saying my 25% energy level is more than most people's 100%. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool perspective. But I'm exhausted. And I really want to get back. I felt like that was a superpower and cancer took it away. So I'm really trying to figure out what the energy looks like now. What do I look like now? I'm scared to change things because everything I do in life is based off of what I say is like a 13-year-old Luke's dedication to what I want to do in life, what I want my future to look like. And I've been trying to pick up the pieces of this shattered life from surviving cancer into making something fit what a 13-year-old idiot Luke wanted. So now it's weird to step back and go, what does almost 40-year-old Luke want? I used to do a ton of stupid things for a laugh. And then now I honestly have to go through like a 6-step filter going, 1, is this worth it? 2, what happens if you don't have the energy after? 3, what happens if your kids want to play after? Then you feel like the bad guy. 4, what if someone books a session with you? You won't have energy for it. And 5, what if it doesn't get a laugh and it's definitely not worth it? Where before I would throw caution to the wind and just do it. And I know I'm just rambling right now. But it all just hits like a tidal wave. I'm in my feels now. I've been listening to some emo songs because it just makes me feel good. And it's good to have emotion. For a while, I was on medicine because I had PTSD. And little things would bring me back to going through the cancer treatment. Now, here's what's trippy. I'd say the 2 weeks I was in the hospital after the surgery, I don't remember much because I was drugged up and everything like that. But I still have memories pop up on my Facebook, on my Time Hop. And Manda will show me things that pop up on her phone. I don't remember it. I don't remember messages I got from people. I don't remember posts that people did. People did cool dance trends for me. I don't remember a lot of it. So it pops up. It's like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I didn't know that existed. So I appreciate everyone's prayers and support through it all. It's just weird to have 2 weeks of your life that you don't remember. I see pictures of me that I took on my phone with 8 tubes coming in and out of me after surgery. I don't remember taking that. It's the weirdest thing. But just working through that, seeing what it's like. So trying to find how can I be a light in this world when what I knew of being a light in the world was murdered by cancer. That doesn't exist anymore. But in my mind, that's still the goal to attain. And I'm finally accepting that I can't attain that. Christ talks about, in my weakness, he is strong. And that's where, like, I'm not going to rely on him to, like, God, you're going to give me the energy to be stupid silly. No, he's going to give me the patience to be calm silly or find new ways to get through it. And that's okay for the most part. There's times I get very upset about that because now I look back at what I used to do and I'm like, if I could do that now, I'd be unstoppable. So that's just kind of the ramblings right now. 6 years. I crossed the finish line and I'm still going and I'm so thankful for it each and every day. There's a lot of suckiness that comes with surviving cancer. Nothing that I would change if it was versus dying. You know what I mean? I'm so thankful I get to cheer for my kids as they play sports now. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. I get to teach my kids things. I get to tell them stories of when I was a kid. I'm honestly, after I hit that 6-year mark, I feel like the veil has come off and I'm starting to get memories again that I forgot about. And then I'm wondering, like, did my body instinctively, self-defensively bury a bunch of memories, reactions, everything to protect from losing it again? I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense. But I'm still processing a lot. I probably should see a therapist, right? But it's been good to have, I have this, I say the old Luke inner monologue now, where I used to go through bits in my head, like acting it out. It sounds like kind of crazy or schizophrenic, but I would go through it and be funny. And now, before that, the last 6 years, when I would think, it felt like just me walking in this black void, kind of like Eleven from Stranger Things. And that's what it was like, though. I'd be looking around looking for a light to go towards, not for death, for ideas. Whereas before, it was just like lightning storms and I would be overwhelmed with too many ideas. And now I can't even come up with an idea because I have no energy. So trying to figure all that out. But I wanted to thank everyone because cancer is a finicky beast. And it doesn't always end the way we want. Even me surviving isn't how I wanted to survive. And that's okay because I am thankful to survive. With that comes the survivor's guilt. I have lost so many good people through cancer. And I feel guilty. Like, because, you know, I don't like myself. So I go, why didn't you just take me and keep them? I also had this false sense of security where, like, by me having cancer, this means it's going to protect my family from having cancer. And unfortunately, that's not the case either. But that's not the deal. That's not what we make. It's just how we fight to survive. And what are we fighting for? And I know for me, I'm fighting for my kids and my wife and our family. And now that I've made it through 6 years, I got to turn it up a notch. I can't keep living like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I got to find out. I got to find where dead Luke is, resurrect him, find the bits and pieces that I can still use, and make this Luke 2.0. Because right now I feel like a shell of a man. Not in a negative way. Just I don't feel like me. Because I'm not me. I'm still here, but I'm not the same. And that's okay. We're just figuring it out together. Just so happens I'm turning 42, so midlife crisis maybe? Who knows? But I am thankful for this opportunity to still be alive, to still make silly videos to send out, and just talk. So yeah, I don't have a lesson for this other than the perspective you have is how you're gonna fight. I'm determined to be the best freaking dad ever, the best freaking husband ever. That's all I got right now. But to do that for me is I need to find how to get more energy. So, bing, bang, boom. Thank you guys for your prayers. I say it every time. I felt each and every prayer going through recovery. And I don't take that lightly. And it sounds cheesy and it sounds cliche. And it sounds that because it's true. So, thank you guys. That's all I got for now. I'm sure going to have more to add to this, but this was just my verbal diarrhea. Just thinking it out. Once I got through the whole James Van Der Beek passing away thing, I was like, I still want to post something. All right. I'll catch you guys on Flippy Flop. Bye.